NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. This is Leonard Fournette. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch the pass.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, watch that.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. He'll go for it. It's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matt Breida. Touchdown number 18 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
And here we go, watch the pass. Watch the pass. That's it. Check four.
Watch out.
Tight dog.
From the 29, Taylor eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the... That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Fournette, a first down carry. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor, and he whips that one incomplete there.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing is Brady on third down, and that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
This is fielded at the 27. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They begin with a run by Fournette. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor, he's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Open man is Jacob Hollister. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it.
54. Mike 54. Pick it up.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And this is caught. He hits more. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Taylor. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, L.A. Matt Breida with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. And some room to maneuver. The 40. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Yeah, we'll see how determined they are. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 24, Rams 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, They give him full authority to go ahead
and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Ready? Right. Like 5-4. And who's going to
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. From the 36, Taylor. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Brady. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, Charlie.
On first down, Brady. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Shadow. Hey, Alpha. Hey, it's just me and you.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Flush to his right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Trying to go back to Watkins, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Hey, team 6.
Again, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was looking for Watkins that time. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready. Get the mic. Go. I got you. Over. Go 50 extra mic. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full speed.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matt Breida with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those count?
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. J.J. Nelson. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strong right.
Now Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Pierre Desir. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better. Taylor hit. He lost the football. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all.
Touchdown, L.A.! Matt Breida, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. That's caught by Hollister. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now Leonard Fournette. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. On third down, Fournette. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Fourth down, here's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. On second and goal. Taylor, and this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Gostkowski for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Seahawks 54.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. They run again with Breida. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Brady to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Darryl Worley. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Come on, set. Keep on the base. 54. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Fournette.
Switch.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, He's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
Hey, that's right, 80. Watch the flat, watch the flat, watch the flat. Watch the flat, motion. 72.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And caught left side, Olsen. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Brady going to throw. And the tight end Olsen, right side. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Brady. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Fournette running right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and